Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. To say that I was hyped for this movie is an understatement. I love The Fifth Element. This was directed by the same guy. It looked like my cup of tea. I like the cheesier sci-fi. I like, just a fun sci-fi adventure. So I was pumped. All the trailers looked really good. And I can't say I did enjoy this movie, but I was a little let down. Let's talk about the story first. What you have here is it opens with, our first adventures as humanity into space, and they kind of bridge the gap between when this movie takes place and when we first went into space. And there's this space station called Alpha that basically all of the different species of the universe are there inputting their knowledge, and something bad is going on, and you have Valerian and Lorelei, played by Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne. They're soldiers, and at first they're just, following orders, doing their mission. Basically, there's something bad going on in Alpha, and they kind of get wrapped up in it. For the most part, this movie is just gorgeous. It's just beautiful from beginning in. I haven't seen visuals this good since probably Avatar. There's full CG aliens all over the place. And they all look really cool. The space battles looks awesome. All the spaceships look really cool. The weapons, it all just looks like super beautiful. That is definitely the main high point of this movie. Another really good thing in this movie is the amazing world building that Luc Besson does here. Every scene is just dripping with just tons of stuff. Every little weapon, alien, vehicle, little contraption, there's different dimensions. It's just crazy. I mean, just a 5-minute scene, and there's just so much going on. It's just crazy. This world felt so real. And when you finish this movie, you are going to feel like you've learned a ton of stuff about this comic book. I mean, I've never read this comic book, but it was just, he did a great job of building this world up for you. Another good thing is I pretty much didn't mind anybody's performance. Like I said, Dane DeHaan's in here. He was pretty good. Cara Delevingne, everybody knows I have really not liked her in anything yet. She was actually pretty good in this. I didn't hate her. Clive Owen's in here. He was pretty good. Rihanna's in here. She wasn't horrible. Not as bad as, say, Battleship. But she's not in it for very long. Literally 5 minutes. And her character is just a little weird. But for the most part, I didn't hate anybody's performance. Now let's get to the disappointing stuff. While it does have a ton of really good world building, it feels like that is mostly what this movie is. It's every scene, it feels like that we are just setting up the world that these people are living in, or it's like, ooh, getting in this vehicle just so that we can see that there's this another cool vehicle within this vehicle, or jump through this piece of glass to go to a whole nother world. It just felt like it was just constant world building that kind of got in the way of what little story there was. That's another kind of negative. There's not much story here. It's basically just a bunch of fetch quests until the end. It's not really a crazy amount of twists and turns. They do keep you in the dark for about half the movie, but then at the end they kind of just explain everything, and you're like, okay. It was kind of predictable. There wasn't anything that really blew me away story-wise, and there is a ton of exposition. They just, right from the get-go, it just feels like everybody is just spitting off exposition so that you know what's going on, or what this contraption does, or who this person is and their background. I mean, they literally roll up on the city. I thought, I guess this was the first time they'd been there in a while, but they just start talking to the computer on the ship, and she just starts going on, this city has this many people, this city. It's just tons of exposition, and then probably the worst part of the movie is the dialogue. There is a lot of really bad dialogue. Felt like it was wrote by George Lucas himself. It was a lot of moments where you would roll your eyes, some real cheesy stuff. There was no real chemistry between Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne. You can tell they're trying to, but a lot of the lines come off really weird. Like, their characters start off not really liking each other, and there's no real thing that would make you think that they end up together at the end. It felt a little forced, and the cheesy dialogue did not help the relationship. But yeah, so was I a little underwhelmed? Yes, because I wanted this to be the next Fifth Element, and it's nowhere near as good as the Fifth Element. But I will say it's way better than Luc Besson's last movie, Lucy. I absolutely hated that movie. I recommend watching it for the beautiful scenes, the crazy world building. It is a decent time, it's fun to watch, but it's got a lot of downfalls, a lot of exposition, a lot of cheesy dialogue. So, you know, it's kind of a mixed bag. I'm going to give Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets a 3.5 out of 5. Okay, Kia, you're going to be Rihanna in this movie. Her character's name is Bubble, and she is a shapeshifter. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, action. Literally 5 minutes later. Bubble, no! No, Bubble! If you like this video, click that like button. Comment below if you want to talk to me about anything. Click the Rainy Cage button to subscribe and keep up to date with all my videos. And I'll leave you with a few of my most recent videos and some of these sweet, sweet dance moves. This is Rainy Cage. Peace out.